economy.
Maddie, your thoughts?
Hey, I like that trade deal that DeRoy just outlined. I'll take that one right away. And I agree with DeRoy on this point. I want to export everything that is great about America, democracy, but also Harley-Davidsons, Kentucky bourbon, everything that we love about this country. I want the rest of the world to be able to experience as well. When you increase tariffs on our products and then there are retaliatory tariffs in return on American products, you decrease the ability for us to do that. Now, you talk a lot about the Midwest and jobs and the economy there. All of the things that DeRoy listed earlier about tax reform, deregulation, that is really what is propelling this economy forward. Taking a step backwards and putting a boot on the neck of the economy by increasing tariffs at this point is really playing with fire heading into those midterms. I would like to see Republicans continuing to embrace pro-growth public policy to keep that economy moving forward.
Maddie, how did you explain then to folks that, okay, China has a most favored nation tariff averaging around 12%, India over 14%, and both of these countries have been growing extraordinarily much faster than America. In fact, in 10 years, they'll probably combined be half of the world's GDP. How do we explain to the American public that these countries that block their markets from us, that have these extraordinary tariffs, are enjoying amazing economic prosperity, and we shouldn't employ the same tactics?
It's super easy to grow when you start from zero, right? That's the thing with these economies.
I'm talking about China passing us up in a decade.
But look at what's happening with both China, India, these countries that are growing. They have huge populations, which fuels that growth, but they've also started at a much lower point than the United States has. Yes, the United States needs to stay competitive, but we are doing so when we do things like reducing the corporate tax rate, making it the right choice to invest back here in the United States. We do not do the right thing by increasing barriers to our export and import systems that just artificially restrict the markets and the availability for American commerce.
Hal, what are your thoughts?
Charles, let's not forget who the economic superpower at the table is. We hold all the cards. We've been negotiating under our weight class for years as though these countries are economic equals. They're not. We are 20 times larger than Mexico. We're 11 times larger than Canada. We're $3 trillion greater than the EU. These countries it would be economic suicide for them to do any meaningful retaliation. The EU came out today and said, well, we may put $3 billion worth of duties on exports into our country from the U.S. $3 billion, we have a $20 trillion economy. That's less than Mark Zuckerberg
So are you
and Jeff
okay
Bezos
then with
made
this
in the
latest
last
move
3
then,
days.
Hal? Are you fine with this move as a negotiating ploy, or do you see something more involved here, something akin to trying to bring back industries that have left and we were told could never come back?
Well, no, what we're trying to do is get to fair trade, which we don't have. I mean, this is a new world order. We're finally going to negotiate as an economic superpower, which we haven't been doing. So I think this is really where we're headed, is to a better situation for the United States. And that's what I think. We've thrown flyover country in the United States under the bus with these negotiations
quick, Maddie,
in the past.
you echoed the same thing. You said, America, we've got this great big economy.
Yeah.
Have we been underperforming? Have we been too intimidated by I mean, every time I hear about the challenges that face this country and potential solutions, the knee-jerk reaction is, well, it's going to hurt these people. It's going to hurt those people. But there's never really an alternative, a real alternative to bring China, Canada, Mexico, and everyone else back to a fair negotiations and a fair trade system with us.
I agree that we've been systematically underperforming because our rules and regulations have not been in line with a competitive economy. So I do think that we need to rethink how we do everything. That's taxes, that's trade, that's regulation. But that does not mean that increasing tariffs is the right way to go. I think you can both look at our trade system, recognize that there are problems and that we're not fighting at full force, without arguing that increasing tariffs and increasing barriers is the way to go. I simply think that that's a false choice.
All right. Thank you all very, very much. I want to bring in now